You might be unknowingly feeding your prostate some of its worst enemies. Many common foods that seem harmless can actually worsen prostate health, especially if you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. From frequent bathroom trips to discomfort and low energy, your diet could be playing a bigger role than you think. In this video, we'll uncover the top 5 foods that are silently damaging your prostate and what you can do to protect it. First, we have white bread. White bread might seem like a harmless part of your daily diet, but if you're struggling with an enlarged prostate, it could actually be making things worse. This common staple is made from refined flour, which has been stripped of most of its nutrients, including fiber. The lack of fiber can lead to constipation, a condition that puts pressure on the prostate and bladder, worsening symptoms like frequent urination and discomfort. Over time, regular consumption of white bread may aggravate your condition without you even realizing it. One of the biggest issues with white bread is its high glycemic index. This means it causes your blood sugar levels to spike quickly after eating. When blood sugar rises too fast and too often, it leads to insulin resistance and chronic inflammation. Inflammation is a key factor in the development and progression of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, which is the medical term for an enlarged prostate. The more white bread you eat, the more you may be feeding the silent inflammation that keeps your prostate swollen and irritated. White bread is also a source of empty calories. It doesn't provide the nutrients your body needs to fight off inflammation and promote prostate health. Nutrients like zinc, selenium, and vitamin E are essential for maintaining a healthy prostate, yet they are almost completely missing from white bread. Without these protective nutrients, your prostate is more vulnerable to damage and oxidative stress. This lack of nutritional support can make your symptoms worse over time. Another concerning aspect of white bread is its potential to disrupt hormone levels. Some research suggests that a diet high in refined carbohydrates can lead to an imbalance in testosterone and estrogen levels. Since hormone balance plays a major role in prostate health, any disruption can worsen BPH symptoms. Hormonal imbalances can cause the prostate to grow larger, increasing pressure on the urethra and making urination more difficult and uncomfortable. What's even more problematic is that white bread is often consumed multiple times a day: toast in the morning, sandwiches at lunch, and rolls at dinner. This consistent intake keeps blood sugar levels elevated and inflammation active throughout the day. Over time, this can contribute to chronic health problems, including worsening prostate conditions. It's a cycle that continues unless you make conscious choices to change your diet. Next, we have spicy foods. Spicy foods might add flavor to your meals, but if you're dealing with an enlarged prostate, they could be making your symptoms worse. Many spicy dishes contain ingredients like chili peppers, which have capsaicin, a compound that triggers a burning sensation. While capsaicin has some health benefits, it can also irritate the bladder and urinary tract, leading to increased urgency, frequency, and discomfort during urination. For someone with an already swollen prostate, this added irritation can make daily life much more difficult. One of the main problems with spicy foods is their effect on the bladder and pelvic area. Spicy ingredients can overstimulate the nerves in this region, causing spasms and inflammation. When the prostate is enlarged, even mild inflammation in surrounding tissues can intensify symptoms. This overstimulation can lead to more nighttime urination, burning sensations, and an increased feeling of not being able to empty the bladder completely. All these effects can create a painful cycle that worsens your condition over time. In addition, spicy foods can raise your body's internal temperature and increase blood flow to the pelvic area. While this might sound beneficial, it can actually cause more swelling and pressure around the prostate. The heat from spicy meals can also trigger hot flashes, sweating, and increased heart rate, responses that may stress the body and interfere with its ability to manage inflammation effectively. When you're trying to reduce swelling in the prostate, adding heat from within is not the best idea. For some men, spicy foods can also trigger digestive issues like acid reflux or indigestion, which may indirectly affect prostate health. A stressed digestive system can impact the absorption of key nutrients needed to support prostate function, such as zinc, magnesium, and vitamin E. If your body isn't properly absorbing these nutrients, your prostate doesn't get the building blocks it needs to repair and protect itself. Poor gut health and prostate issues often go hand in hand, especially when the diet is filled with irritating foods. Even though spicy foods can be harmful in this context, not all heat-inducing ingredients are bad. Some mild spices like turmeric and ginger have anti-inflammatory properties that may help reduce swelling and support a healthier prostate. The key is knowing which spices to avoid and which ones can help. Hot peppers and heavily seasoned dishes should be limited or removed from your diet, while soothing anti-inflammatory herbs can be used to add flavor without the risk. Next, we have salted snacks. Salted snacks like chips, crackers, and pretzels may be satisfying in the moment, but they can quietly worsen the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. These foods are typically high in sodium, which can increase water retention and raise blood pressure. When blood pressure rises, it puts stress on the blood vessels around the bladder and prostate, reducing blood flow and hindering the body's ability to reduce inflammation. This can make an already enlarged prostate even more swollen and uncomfortable. Excessive salt intake is also linked to increased inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is a major factor in the development and progression of benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. Eating too many salty snacks can keep your body in a constant state of low-grade inflammation, making it harder for the prostate to heal or shrink. This can lead to more pressure on the urethra, increased urgency to urinate, and a feeling of incomplete bladder emptying, all common and frustrating symptoms of BPH. Another issue with salted snacks is their dehydrating effect. High sodium levels can cause the body to lose more water, which leads to concentrated urine. Concentrated urine is more irritating to the bladder and can worsen urinary symptoms like burning, urgency, and frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. For someone with an enlarged prostate, this added bladder irritation only makes things worse and increases discomfort throughout the day and night. Salted snacks often come with other unhealthy ingredients like trans fats, artificial flavors, and preservatives. These substances can further contribute to inflammation and poor overall health. Most of these snacks lack the nutrients your prostate needs to stay healthy, such as antioxidants, fiber, and essential minerals. Without proper nutrition, your body can't effectively repair prostate tissue or reduce swelling, leaving the gland more vulnerable to long-term damage. Cutting down on salted snacks can help lower your sodium intake, ease inflammation, and improve your overall urinary function. Instead of chips or salty crackers, consider healthier options like unsalted nuts, fresh fruits, or vegetables. These alternatives not only satisfy your cravings, but also provide your body with fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients that support prostate health. A well-nourished prostate is better able to manage inflammation and regulate growth. Next, we have fried foods. Fried foods like French fries, fried chicken, and donuts may be delicious, but they can be harmful for anyone dealing with an enlarged prostate. These foods are typically cooked in unhealthy oils that are high in saturated and trans fats. These types of fats promote inflammation throughout the body, including in the prostate. For someone with benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, inflammation can cause the prostate to swell even more, making urinary symptoms worse and harder to manage. Another problem with fried foods is that they often lead to weight gain. Being overweight or obese is one of the major risk factors for prostate enlargement. Extra body fat, especially around the abdomen, increases estrogen levels and lowers testosterone, two hormonal shifts that can trigger further growth of the prostate. The more fried food you consume, the more likely you are to gain weight and worsen the hormonal imbalances that fuel prostate issues. Fried foods also lack the nutrients that your prostate needs to stay healthy. Instead of offering vitamins, minerals, and fiber, they deliver empty calories and harmful compounds formed during high heat cooking. One such compound is acrylamide, which forms when starchy foods are fried. Acrylamide has been linked to various health risks, including inflammation and potential cellular damage. This can further aggravate the already sensitive prostate tissue, making your symptoms even harder to control. The high sodium content found in many fried foods adds another layer of trouble. Salt can increase blood pressure and cause fluid retention, both of which can affect the bladder and urinary tract. For men with BPH, these effects may lead to more frequent urination, incomplete emptying, and nighttime bathroom visits. Reducing salt intake is already recommended for prostate health, and fried foods often push sodium levels well beyond the healthy range. In addition, fried foods can disrupt digestion and gut health. A weakened digestive system may reduce your body's ability to absorb important nutrients like zinc, vitamin E, and selenium, key elements for a healthy prostate. Poor gut health can also trigger inflammation, making it even harder for the body to manage prostate swelling. When digestion is compromised, everything else, including prostate function, tends to suffer as well. Last, we have dairy products. Dairy products like milk, cheese, and ice cream are part of many people's daily diet, but they can quietly worsen the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. These products are high in saturated fat, which is known to increase inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a key contributor to prostate enlargement and can make the gland more swollen, sensitive, and uncomfortable. For someone already dealing with frequent urination, urgency, or weak flow, dairy can quietly make those issues even more frustrating. Another concern with dairy is its potential to influence hormone levels. Cow's milk contains natural hormones, including estrogen, which may disrupt the balance of hormones in the male body. When testosterone drops and estrogen rises, it can lead to further growth of the prostate gland. Hormonal imbalance is one of the major causes of benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, and dairy can make that imbalance worse over time without any obvious warning signs. Dairy products may also contribute to excess calcium in the body, especially when consumed in large amounts. While calcium is important for bone health, too much of it has been linked to an increased risk of prostate problems. High calcium levels can interfere with vitamin D absorption, a nutrient that plays a protective role in prostate health. Without enough vitamin D, your prostate may become more vulnerable to inflammation and abnormal growth. In addition, dairy products can be mucus-forming and hard to digest for some people. Poor digestion affects nutrient absorption and can lead to bloating, constipation, or discomfort, issues that put extra pressure on the bladder and prostate. Constipation alone can make prostate symptoms worse by increasing pelvic pressure. If the body struggles to process dairy, it can trigger a chain reaction that adds more stress to the already enlarged prostate. Research also shows a possible link between high dairy intake and a higher risk of prostate-related issues, including prostate cancer. While the science is still evolving, many health experts recommend limiting full-fat dairy when trying to support prostate health. Replacing dairy with plant-based options like almond milk, oat milk, or tofu can reduce saturated fat intake and help the body manage inflammation more effectively.